Friends, welcome to the sixth episode of Sridhar on Selling. The last episode I told you that we would look at some of the issues that could be bothering the buyers. One very important aspect is, are we talking to the right person? Very often the person that we are talking to may not be the decision maker. He may not even be an influencer. So we have been barking up the wrong tree and expecting some result. I'll tell you an incident from my own life. I had to go to Sri Lanka to meet a minister, and I had done my homework. I go there thinking that it's going to be a one-on-one meeting, and I had to address 40 people in a conference room. Now imagine what happens. You have been prepared to meet one individual and have done your homework, and you have 40 different minds, all eminent people, experts in their own areas. Whose question do you answer? Who do you think would really influence the decision in your favor? Now, this is something that I had not bargained for, and I think it's entirely my own fault not to have anticipated a situation where such an important decision would be taken by a committee of people or not just one individual. How often do we hear that, I'll have to take it to the boss, which means the selling story starts all over again. Don't depend on intermediaries to do the selling for you. If you think somebody is going to sell it to his boss, you are sadly mistaken. He is more bothered about selling himself than selling your product. So don't lose all your ammunition in the initial rounds. Hold something to sell to the decision maker. Understand who are the influencers. People in retail would understand this very clearly, that 4 people enter a retail showroom. The person who is actually going to pay for the purchase may be just paying the money. He may not even be the decision maker. So when you're talking of selling, whom to direct your pitch to? Direct your pitch to the influencer, to the decision maker. The person who is actually paying for the purchase is actually playing the role of a cashier in a large corporation. He's just making the payment. But don't rub his ego on the wrong side. Everybody's ego is important. And a person who has entered your store today as just somebody who's making a payment may come in tomorrow as a decision maker, which brings me to the very interesting concept of the lifetime value of a customer. What is the lifetime value of a customer? A customer who comes in today may buy a small quantity, but he could keep coming back to you all his life. He could recommend you to your friends. And even after he is no longer your customer, People to whom you are recommended may keep coming back to you. So understand the value of a customer. Never ever underestimate the potential of a customer. There's this famous incident where an Indian Maharaja during the British days went to England to a Rolls Royce showroom, and the sales girl looked at him and told him, "Sir, this is not for you. These are expensive cars." And you know what he did? He bought 8 of these cars and used them to collect garbage in his princely state. Nearer home, there was a restaurant in Delhi. A gentleman came and asked for a cup of tea during lunchtime. He was told that, "Sir, we don't serve tea at this hour." He asked for the captain, who was a little more polite, but said that we don't serve tea. He called the manager, who was extremely polite, but equally firm, saying that we don't serve tea. This gentleman said, "Who is the owner of this place?" The manager said, "Sir, here is the phone number of the owner. You can contact him, but our rules don't permit serving tea during lunchtime." This gentleman called the owner and said, "You don't seem to understand the business you are in, that of serving people. I suggest you close down the place." He bought that place then and there, and this gentleman was one of the biggest jewelers of Bombay, and the jewelry store still exists in the premises. So understand, no customer is small. Don't prejudge the value of a customer. With that, we come to the end of this episode. In the next episode, we shall discuss more objections to sales and how to handle these objections so that you are set well on course to a successful career in sales. In the meanwhile, happy selling, enjoy selling. Thank you.